Hello guys, welcome to a new video. Sorry for not posting lately, but I moved to another country and a lot is happening. Besides the lack of time, I also had very limited internet. And moving to the subject of this video, Tomb Raider Legend was a reboot and the shortest Tomb Raider game. I imagine that there were a lot of things that were removed from the game, and the developers probably had to brainstorm a lot of ideas. So in this video I will share the things that I've discovered during my research. So let's begin. Croft Manor. Some fans always thought that this place close to the beach was the initial idea for Croft Manor, but one of the developers said it was just a training room. Certain parts of this area seem similar to the Japan levels. You can also see the sword's Soul River in the wall. A pity that we never got to explore because it looks really cool. Bolivia. Some people talked a lot about a level in a rainforest that was deleted because of these images. Maybe Tomb Raider Legend supposedly was going to be like Tomb Raider Anniversary. Each location had several levels, like the first location in Tomb Raider Anniversary was Peru, and in that place we had 4 levels. Then Greece, another 4 levels, Egypt 3 levels, and Lost Island also 3 levels. So I guess in Bolivia we could got a level that was the rainforest, and yeah, basically it didn't happen. It's a pity that it was removed. Exploring a rainforest would be a nice change. We would also come across camps of mercenaries. Peru. It seems that Peru wouldn't be such a desert place like in the final version of the game. As you can see in the video, there are some people there. I wish we could explore a city or a village in this game and interact with the locals. We only got that in Rise and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Japan. There are quite a few interesting pieces of artwork of locations that were never explored in the game. We have this viewpoint that would be awesome. A room with artifacts. I like the idea of adding an aquarium. It makes the room even more beautiful. Then we have these 2 locations that are just beautiful, and it is a shame that they were removed. They also seem to be the location that we see in the early footage of the game where Lara jumps with the motorcycle. I wonder if here in this image Lara would need to do a puzzle with that hook. My guess is that the idea was to use the hook to create a ramp with that light to reach the other building with the motorcycle. There is a video like that, but she just jumps on the light instead of using the hook. And to be honest, using the hook is more realistic. Looking at these images, we can see that Lara would explore the streets of Japan. I just don't understand why the signs are in English. Maybe they would translate them later. In this image, seems like she's attacking random civilians, or maybe they are mercenaries in disguise. You see a guy running and another one that is in the floor. The first time I looked at this image, I didn't notice the guy in the floor. It took me some time. We can see here some bridges. It seems that Lara would need to cross several buildings to reach Takamoto. In the bridge where we use the motorcycle, seems like we would need to use a rope before, which is less badass. Then we have this picture that seems like we would work on a puzzle about aligning the lights, and there is also a clip. Ghana. More places that we didn't see in the game. This one gives me vibes that would be the last room before entering the boss fight, or maybe a puzzle room. Kazakstan. This is one of the levels that exists quite a few interesting ideas we didn't see in the game. considering this image, we would get a water segment in the game and would find this cool tomb. I have so many questions. This room seems like the one where we activate the machine with lightning, but here we have instead a machine with lasers. I wonder why the lasers were cut. Maybe they thought that the lightning was cooler. I don't know. England. Once again, in England, we just have some locations that we never explored in the game, but not very different from the ones we got in the final version of the game. Nepal. There are several images in the two rooms that were cut. We have this circular area and this one with enemies and the statue that would be used for something, since we also have this peak here where Lara says that the statue looks suspicious and needs to be investigated. Here we have some early models. I think Zip is the most obvious. Then we have a character that I would assume that was supposed to be Alistair with the green scarf, but the photo that I downloaded of him said Williams, so I'm not sure. I would say maybe Williams was the first idea, you know, and then for some reason they changed his looks and his name. And to be honest, thank God that they changed the design of the character. I'm not gonna say that I love the design of Alistair, but I think it's better than this one. Then next to him there is a guy that seems like one of the Takamoto's guys, or plot twist, this was Takamoto's early design, who knows. But I think it's a bit weird that we have him here with characters that seem to be important for the story, not those random mercenaries, you know, like he was used in the final game, so makes me wonder. Then in the far right there is a guy that seems to be from a religious group. He can be seen in one of the earlier videos. He is one of the biggest mysteries to me. These images seem to be how it would look like when Lara used the binoculars. Below that colorful bar there is a photo of Zip that would probably change depending on the people we would be talking to. I'm happy that they changed this. It seems like something from War Games or Metal Gear Solid, and it doesn't have the Tomb Raider spirit, you know. It doesn't look like a game of the franchise. And here we have an image of a menu. This evolved to the PDA that we got, and to be honest, I do prefer the PDA. We usually always have, like, most of the things that were cut in the games, we usually wanted to see them in the game, but this is one of the things that I'm glad that they didn't keep in the game. Some weapons that were scrapped are the dust grenades that basically it would be kind of like the flash grenades. You use it so that the enemies are blinded and you can attack them. Then we have a rocket launcher, snipers, Molotov cocktail, basically. We got that in Tomb Raider 2013. Then sticky grenades that we also got in Tomb Raider Underworld. We got them later. It's interesting that they had these ideas and decided to use them later. And I know that we have some weapons here, like the dual pistols. This is just an image. There are things here that are indeed in the final game, okay? Now I'm going to talk about locations that were scrapped. And we have here a picture of the excavation site and the underwater temple. And I think these two are probably connected because of Lara's outfit. They both have water, and for some reason I get the feeling that it could be related to the Kazakstan level. I'm probably saying the name wrong of the country, so I'm sorry, but yeah, I think they are probably from that level, basically level 5. And why do I think this? Because there's also an image of an underwater temple, so it would make sense, but it could be different things, I'm not sure. I thought these images were from Japan. I was surprised to discover they are from Malasia, and we can see that Lara still looks a bit like Angel of the Darkness Lara. Then still inside of Malasia, there's another place that I probably gonna butcher also the name, that it's Kek Loxi, I think. Sai, you guys pronounce the letters differently, so I'm sorry. And basically this place is a Buddhist temple, and I saw real photos of the place at night, and the place looks amazing. I think it would be a really cool place to explore in the game. London. I guess London was replaced by Cornwall, which I think it was good since we already have been in London in Tomb Raider 3. When I saw this image, I thought immediately that was in Kazakhstan, but I was surprised to discover that was London. Overall, it seems to be a level full of action. Malta was another place that I wasn't expecting to see in this list, and we just have this image. Then we have Russia, that was probably replaced by the Kazakhstan, or level 5. When I saw this image, I thought it was Nepal. I never thought it was in Russia. It looks like it would be an epic place to explore. A fan discovered in the files some stockings that Lara would use with the black dress. Maybe they removed it because it would make her look more provocative. Now, I will just share a few things that are mentioned in the official guide. The sea serpent at one point was instead a dragon. The fight with the serpent at first was considered to happen on a network of caves, and the developers weren't sure if it was going to be a boss battle or a fight with a stronger enemy while solving a puzzle. They had created also more animals. One of them was a platypus, but most of them weren't in the final version of the game because of memory problems on the PS2. In the end of England, Alistair and Zip were going to be kidnapped by Rutland's men, and Lara would have to chase them to save her friends. This part was removed because they didn't have time to finish. According to this video, Lara would have these moves. Taking cover would be great to have at certain times. This one where she uses the grapple is a really cool idea. I like how she jumps and slides over the objects. In this super fast video we can see some different things. We have this very early video that still uses Angel of the Darkness Lara that is doing her thing. You can see that the statue that was supposed to appear in the Nepal level appears here too. Then we see some odd characters. The girl doing different facial expressions looks like a Sim character from The Sims. I wonder what was the idea behind that gorilla with clothes and the other two characters. That scene with the girl was so weird that I'm kinda happy that she doesn't appear in the game, but still curious to know who these characters are. That was all the things that I managed to find about Tomb Raider Legend. If you know more, please share it in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know in the comments the things that you would have liked to see in the final game. Don't forget to leave a like, it helps the video reach more people. And also, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe to see more Tomb Raider videos. Until next time, bye bye!